Hi friends, my name is Megan. Welcome to Lying Around Sewing, and today we're doing a quick video on what's in my convention money bag. If you're new to Artist Alley or vending at conventions in general, you might be wondering where to start with money and taking transactions and how to keep all your money organized and safe. Some people do different things. Some people do money bags. Some people do money boxes, and some people do money aprons. Whatever feels most comfortable to you and whatever makes you feel safe and organized. I prefer the money bag option because I can wear this on me however I want, and I can add a few things other than just money in here, whereas in an apron, you might not have as many pockets. Shout out to Easy Breezy Draws. This cute gummy bag fanny pack is from their website. So check out their website right here if you want your own little fanny pack. The first thing, of course, is going to be money. And you might be wondering how much you need to bring, how much change to bring. I like to start off somewhere between $100 to $200 in change. This usually depends on if I'm going to a bigger convention or a smaller convention, but I like to have 10 ones, 10 fives, 5 10s, but I currently only have one. And then I like to have 5 20s because I do sell bigger products like my hats, which are $50, and some people want to break 100 with me like beginning of the day. So I do like to have some 20s so that it equals out 100 and I can just give them the change back. But you'll figure out what you need when you do more conventions. If you're selling like stickers and keychains that are usually smaller priced items, you might realize you need a whole lot of ones or fives because a lot of your products are $15 and you're giving people a lot of fives or 5 ones back. So once you do more conventions, you'll figure out what you need. And honestly, this for like 210 or whatever is probably overkill, but I do prefer to have more change just in case I'm not close to table neighbors or I don't have any friends at the convention that can give me some change. But usually everyone is totally okay with if you need some change, say I need 5 ones, they're totally okay with giving you 5 ones if you just bring them the same amount back. And for me, I just keep mine folded in half like that, and I put my 1s and 5s in the front pocket, and then I put my 10s and 20s in the back. Other ways people can pay for your products is with a credit card reader. So for that, there's a lot of different ways. I use the Shopify app, which is connected to my website online, so it helps me with inventory, and at the end of the year, taxes, everything is in one place. You can also look into using a Square reader, and PayPal also has their own option. I believe it's like Zettle or something that you can use. But all of them will have some kind of credit card reader. This is mine. It connects through Bluetooth, and like I said, this is for the Shopify. And this little thing does tap, insert, and swipe. I know some of them are kind of moving away from swipe, but it's nice to have if you can get it. I don't know if they do it anymore, but sometimes if you sign up, you can get a free one with certain businesses. But otherwise, I think they're around $50. Correct me if I'm wrong. It'll pay itself back very easily. So with this, you also want to have the charging cord that goes with it. Usually it's some kind of USB adapter that plugs into the wall, but very handy. I recommend charging this before you go to the convention, updating it, and making sure you have any kind of extra little attachment that you need, like for the square ones with the terminals, which I will talk about. You might want to have one that plugs directly into your phone on hand just because the internet and hotspot might not be working for you. But yeah, make sure it's charged, make sure it's updated before you get there, because it has happened to me before where I have to have a customer wait like 15 minutes for this thing to update before they can make their purchase. So the other option, like I said, that you can get is a terminal, which kind of looks like this, and it can be hotspot off of your phone or connected directly to Wi-Fi if you purchase Wi-Fi. These are a much nicer way to do tipping. It's a little less discreet, and people really like this so that the customer has full control and can see everything that's going on, and you can put it like at the bottom of your table. But they are a little bit more pricier, of course. I think they range from like $400 to potentially $800. A lot of people say that it's worth it, that they can make their money back in tips. But the reason I haven't switched to this is you have to have internet. And my phone doesn't love to hotspot. And I've seen where it kind of causes a problem if you can't get it to connect or with the hotspot, then you're kind of out of luck. But if that's the case, I just recommend bringing some kind of backup or something where you can plug into your phone. That way you can take other card transactions and maybe not take tips if you don't want. So with this, of course, you need a phone to connect it to, but hopefully you always take your phone with you. Or you can take some kind of iPad, so you might want to add that to your list if you want to take transactions through an iPad. But again, if that's the case, if your iPad doesn't have Wi-Fi, you're going to have to figure out hotspot, Wi-Fi, something. Speaking of hotspot Wi-Fi, this isn't currently in my bag because it doesn't fit, but you could look at getting some kind of hotspot device. I don't necessarily recommend this one. It works for small conventions and not really big traffic-y conventions, but inside convention centers like KatsuCon, MegaCon, Richmond, it doesn't do so hot. But this is a little hotspot guy, and you want to make sure you bring your charger too. And I highly recommend setting this up before the convention because you need to make a login. It's easier if you connect your phone ahead of time so it knows it, and the password and everything is usually on the back, at least for this device. And you might want to go ahead and buy your LTE or whatever, pick your plan ahead of time so that you have it ready to go. If you get this, you might want to upgrade to the most expensive one that they have, like the 5G. This is the 4G. Maybe the 5G is a little better. Or honestly, if I was doing a lot more conventions, I would consider looking into the Starlink. I don't know if anyone's done that. I know that they have a mobile one, and I do know it's like $150 a month. But if you're doing a lot of conventions, then that's not too bad because I could pay $300 in one weekend for Wi-Fi. So, and it might be something that you can cancel and start back when you need it. But again, I haven't looked into the Starlink, so I'm not recommending it. Just an idea. So with your phone, because you're going to need this a lot, you're going to be on it a lot, you're going to be posting, you're going to be taking transactions, you're going to be looking stuff up or whatever if the internet is good. You're also going to want a phone charger. And I like to have the one where I can plug it into the USB or into a box USB, because you also probably want to add a portable charger to your bag. You're going to need this potentially for your phone, your iPad, your camera, your Solus or hotspot, whatever. This is really going to come in handy, and you might help out a table neighbor too if they need it. I always recommend having a portable charger with you, maybe a couple. I keep one in my suitcase, and I keep one in my fanny pack. Portable charger for your phone, usually a wall and a USB. And then usually you're going to have some kind of adapter. Out of all of these chargers, you're going to have one that also works for your portable charger. But keep that in mind too. You might have to recharge this unless you have a big boy one. Now we're getting into things that aren't as important, but that you might need or not think of. And one of them is being your camera, which you're on right now. This is empty. But for me, it's my camera and it's my charger for my camera. So I always like to have that in my fanny pack so that I can take it out real quick and film anything that's going on and be able to give updates and stuff. But if you don't vlog your events, you might not need this, or you might use your phone. And in that case, you might want to have some kind of stand or something on backup in case you need that for your phone. I also like to keep hand sanitizer. I usually keep this on my table, but this little size one, it was one of those freebie ones. But this this is hand sanitizer. And it fits so perfectly. I love this. I don't know if there's a way to refill it, but when it's empty, you best believe I'm going to try to refill this. If you can find some kind of flat one like this, highly recommend. Other things you might want to keep in there are some business cards. For the longest time, I didn't keep any business cards on me, in my fanny pack. I found out when I'm walking around or even going to the bathroom that a lot of people stop to compliment me on my shirt or my hat or whatever I'm wearing that is my product, and I don't have anything to give them. Or if I'm walking to check out some vendors in the morning before we open, this would be a perfect time to have a business card, and yet they're all at my table. So I like to throw a few in my fanny pack to keep so that I can hand them out with my information on them so they can remember me. And then other random things I have in my fanny pack that you might not have are tokens. So I have a claw machine. I don't take it to all of my events, but I do keep these in here to have when people want to play the claw machine at the events that I have it at. So you might need these for a claw machine or a gotcha or one of the mystery bag machines. And if that's the case, you might want to keep them really close on hand so they're not buried somewhere in your suitcase. So I like to keep them right in here, which is what gives it the nice little jingle, so they're easily accessible. And last thing, which again is not super important, but I have been known to forget it, and it's nice when I do have it, is some kind of lanyard. Now mine is decorated in pins and stuff, and I think I actually keep it more in my suitcase, but you might want to have one just in your fanny pack because I don't like to waste those little black ones that they give you. A lot of people are bringing or selling their own lanyards anyways, and I would rather rock one of those than the black one. So usually, if I know that I've packed my lanyard, I either tell them I don't need one, or I take the badge off the lanyard and hand them the black string one back and say I don't need this. So then they have to deal with the excess black lanyards, and I don't have to when I get home. And you can decorate it with pens, and people compliment you on your pens, and you can pen trade. And that's everything I have right now. If I forgot something, please let me know, comment below. And I plan on doing another video that's more in-depth, kind of like a bag of things that you might not think of, like scissors, tapes, safety pins, snacks, napkins, things that you would love to have a checklist for, but won't fit in your fanny pack. You kind of need a bigger bag, or you want a list of things, but it might be in your suitcase and your backpack. I want to do another video. So if you also think of anything else that you would like to add to that convention backpack, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that this helped, and I hope you have a great convention. Happy packing. Bye-bye!